For what?
Did
Oh,
you
we
just
lied.
cut
She
to
did not
live?
do the cut. Wow.
We're
Wow. Yo, we are live.
Why did it pop on my daggone screen too? He was like,
Listen, I didn't
"Hey,
know
y'all
if it was like the
live."
countdown or we were actually live, and I was like, "Oh, that says live." Okay.
No, we live. We're live.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday. So yeah, here we are together once again. Yeah,
Just
well,
Merry Christmas, baby.
hey,
Enjoy the trees.
so y'all, here we are.
We are
You know,
here.
it's starting off a little ghetto because we just
Ghetto.
out here. Just out here,
Ooh,
but
how your mama do?
this is Christ Culture and Connections Comparison
is
Kills
it?
Part 2. I don't know what it is tonight, to tell you the truth. I think we're just
You said, "Is it though?"
It's something.
we're
It's
just
something.
we're just here.
It's very authentic. I love it though because it's very
Very. We ain't did no countdown.
We're here.
Just
Real,
sometimes you
raw,
just have to pop out and show it. We just pop
and
out.
relevant.
So tonight we're supposed to be talking about comparison kills part 2, rooted or ruined, steadfast or stubborn. When I put this in the group chat, one of us said, "I'm just stubborn."
It's me,
And
not one of us. It was me. It's me. No, you ain't got to say one of us. I'll tell you myself. It's me. I'm stubborn, and you can fight me. All right.
So let's get into
Let's unpack that.
let's unpack
There's
that
nothing
straight
to unpack.
Just
I'm
why?
not.
That's
I
gonna
just
be my
told you I was
phrase for
stubborn, and you
today.
expect
Just why?
you expect me to unpack it, and I just told you I was stubborn. I wish
So
I would.
why are you stubborn though? I mean, and how does being rooted in something kind of lead to ruin?
It
That's
depends
a
on
good
what you
question,
rooted in.
and it depends on right.
It honestly, depends on what you rooted in, because everything that you rooted in don't have to lead to ruin. It can if you allow it to, because any good thing can be sour. You know, I mean, Sour Patch Kids, they're good at one point, and then that sour kick in. Shoot, this is a wrap. You know, so there you go.
No, actually, they're sour first, and then
First.
they're sweet. So
Well, whichever way
I
they
saw
go.
what
You
you were
know,
trying to
shoot.
do. I saw what you were trying to do.
Well, I mean, shoot. You know, some enjoys got nuts and moms don't. There we go. How about it?
That was your comparison.
Close enough.
And actually, they both do.
No, see, there you go.
They're called mounds for a reason.
Hey man, look, y'all wait, what do you say? Church and voted. Yeah. Wait.
Listen, why you not on here with us?
Listen, I'm gonna send you the link and you can just go on and pop on because we don't have any kind of rhyme or reason.
Really?
It's so random right now.
Send him the thing so he can just.
Come on.
Why you gotta do Baptist though? Why did you have this? I mean, that's true
Oh,
though. It is true. They will vote you out quickly. You know? As soon as you get up on stage, they're gonna vote you right on out. There you go.
they tried to vote me out last year, and I told them
Mm,
if you go do it, you better make sure it works, and it did not work. So guess what?
you still there.
Not only that, guess what? I'm
What
giving him
happened?
all kind of hell. I'm about to raise all kind of commotion, kicking up all kind of saying, spending all kind of money.
They're gonna find a way to vote you out for real, for real.
They that there's too many people against them.
Tell me some.
There's only 3 Hellraisers in there. Everybody else, yeah, Pastor, clearly this is working. We can do it.
Go on and
We see
log
the
on,
vision.
cause
Personally, y'all did me like a Baptist church and voted me off.
no, we wasn't even
It
coming
wasn't
on
even.
tonight,
It,
for real, for real.
it wasn't even y'all.
Boy, the shade. That Baptist shade.
Keep talking. I hope you choke on that water.
Uh-uh.
He done spent all on his laptop. He done spent on his phone.
Wow. Y'all are
Oh,
cutting
y'all dirty
up.
ball. What are we talking about? What we supposed to be talking about? Because
Oh,
we got people that are watching.
We were talking about steadfastness versus
how can being rooted ruin you? Even when your intentions are good, because even when your intentions are good, it can still lead to ruin.
So again, I'm kind of with Coach Jay on that. To the fact of it depends on what you're rooted in.
Hmm.
I agree with that.
Like I think your values and your morals and your your driving force. Use big words. Your modus operandi depends on if you become ruined or not. Because again, what are you rooted in? It's almost the sense of the that phrase: if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I mean, like, it just depends on what you're rooted in.
So let me ask you this: what if when we're all Christ centered people, and we all
Sometimes
work. We all
somebody
work.
5 year alarm going off.
No.
Smoke detector.
Mm-mm.
Something beeping. Anyway, okay, I'm listening.
You get my nerves. Um. So what happens when you are rooted and you're doing the work and everything else, and what happens when people start to overextend themselves? Because you have some organizations where if you're doing the work, you get more work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Set a new bar for yourself.
mm,
Well,
Like a
I
new
mean, I
Did you
think that
really set a new
comes.
bar for yourself, or did they set a bar for
they
you?
set a new bar for you,
Oh,
basically.
okay, yeah. I'm
Like a
like,
new expectation.
oh, well, if you can do that, you can do this too. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
It's only a tap and a click. That's all it
here
is.
here's what I believe, and I stick to it. I guess this is why I say I'm stubborn. No is a complete sentence.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Not no and no, but not no. No, just no. No period. Not
Yeah.
no comma. Not no semicolon. Not no hyphen. Just no.
Not no and
Because
hyphen. Wow.
I think it got so for me. This is me answering. And I see Pratt has jumped on. Hi, Pratt. So for
Hey,
this is for
Grogan.
me. It came a point in ministry. Um, pastoring, I realized that I was doing the load of carrying the church. And my pastor said he was like, our churches depend on us for too much.
Mhm.
He said it's not necessarily a bad thing, but God forbid something happens to us, they're not going to know how to function without us there. And so you have to start
Grooming them.
giving them more to do, to operate in the ministry, to have things functioning if you're not there, da da da. Right. And so I got to the point of, hey, I need y'all to step up, I need y'all to do this, da da da. And then it started literally becoming, it is what it is. Either it's going to get done or it's not going to get done because I'm not going to overextend myself.
Yeah.
And literally, that was my motto for 5 months at my church. I would get in my pulpit on a Sunday morning and say, well, it is what it is. I told them that for a while.
No, I
If we
had
ain't got nobody to run the media today, it is what it is. If we ain't got no live stream today, it is what it is. If the deacons don't want to bring communion to our sick and shut in, it is what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, I during COVID, the height of COVID, that's when streaming became one of the biggest things, and everybody was jumping on some type of social media platform. Uh, I was in one. Somehow, I got connected to this church, and the church had a few different pastors and stuff. And I was in a meeting with them, and they were talking about how pastors had been overextending themselves and not really understanding what um, me time was, or taking a break. And when you say rooted and ruined, some pastors got rooted into, like P31 just said, taking the load of the church, which ruined the church, because everybody thought, oh well, pastor's supposed to do, and pastor's supposed to do. Well, we're a church. Am I the church by myself, or are we the body of Christ? And I thought the body of Christ was supposed to be able to do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. So when you're talking about being rooted and then it being turned to ruins, sometimes your good can be definitely evenly spoken of, because oh, he think he got this by himself. Okay, shoot, I'm gonna let him have this by himself. And it's not that I got it by myself, but if I don't do it, it won't get done.
Yeah.
So like 31 said, sometimes you have to learn how to know the difference between what's needed and what's wanted, because
And
everything that's wanted is not always needed. So when we're talking about the comparison of the two, the rooted and being ruined, and or steadfast and or stubborn, sometimes we can be steadfast in a thing that would make it seem as if we're stubborn. We don't know how to not just give it out or dish it out or be able to give people things, but sometimes we can be stubborn, like, well, this is mine, and then y'all can have that. And sometimes you can ruin a very good thing by doing that.
Mm.
right, and I mean, it got to the point where I was like, if I'm gonna be doing everything, what are y'all showing up for on Sunday? Stay home.
Yeah.
I'm leading the songs. I'm inputting the
Don't
stuff with
don't
the
I
sing the
music.
heard.
songs now because I was watching last Sunday.
What you say, sis?
I said I was watching last Sunday. I said that boy singing all the songs.
Well, here's the problem. I'm gonna say it backstage. I'm not gonna say that right now.
Yeah, don't say it.
I'll say it backstage.
Mhm. But here's my question. Have anybody ever been steadfast in a thing that it ruined? No, I don't want to say that.
Find it. I'm finding it.
Yeah, no, 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 no. It's no, because it's like, have you ever
Listen,
been
shut
steadfast in a thing where it led you to it being ruined? Like you had good intentions on doing this, but you were so dedicated to it to where you were off course from your actual goal. Like you got hell bent on one thing and never actually finished and completed the actual goal.
Yeah.
Because I know I have. I
up.
mean, eating, trying to eat better, work out, and all the other good stuff. Studying. I mean, shoot. Sometimes I study and find myself, then went off and started finding songs to download on Apple.
Mm.
I just stopped. I tried to eat healthy, but I figured I would be like my uncle. Something got to kill me anyways.
Okay.
That's why.
So,
Why would that
French, you
be
have
your?
something to say?
I mean, so
Anywho,
um, Pratt, you haven't
What?
said anything since you've been on. I think you ought to answer the question.
Repeat the question.
Have you ever had something that you were so steadfast in that it
Yeah,
like
Have you ever been?
impacted
Have you
what you
ever?
were
Have
trying
you
to do?
ever?
yeah. I've had many things. Writing a book.
Mm.
I dropped my T-shirt line that I had. Uh, it was a whole lot of stuff. I got distracted and just dropped it. And now I'm in that season where I'm picking everything back up.
well, yeah, because congratulations to you for getting accepted in the school.
Yeah,
Yay, Pratt.
That's it.
there you go.
Great
Got
job.
got 3 scholarships and about 3 more on the way.
Let's
Oh,
go.
shoot, that's what's
Hey,
up. That's what's up. I don't.
um,
Is it bad to be? Is it bad to be stubborn?
That I
I don't think it's
never.
well,
bad to be
listen.
stubborn. I
Is
think it
it
can
bad to be
cause.
stubborn?
No,
I don't think it's
So, what's
bad.
the difference between being stubborn and being steadfast?
Being stubborn is that it's more of an ego thing. Steadfastness is like you're focused in on something and you're dedicated to that, like with your blinders on, right? So like
I don't.
yeah, you said studying, right? You want to be steadfast in your study, right? But you don't want to cause you don't want to allow your habit or your game plan for studying to impact your interaction with your son. You still got to put in time with your son, right? Like
right,
that. So like you can't be stubborn about studying and all that and then miss out on time with your son. It's all about balance, right?
balance, right.
You got to have balance in life.
So steadfast is balance. Stubborn is just
I
No,
don't necessarily
ego.
agree because I don't think it's an ego thing.
No,
Like,
you don't think
stu-
being stubborn
I think
is
no.
your
I think
thinking?
I think being stubborn is being particular about a thing.
Okay, that could also be just having
That
boundaries
like
or preference or
Somebody go to Webster or whoever and
okay.
and
Hold on.
and let's find a definition
Let's see
between
what
the
it says.
two.
Let's see. Stubborn. You know, my laptop consistently stays in front of me.
Mhm. I'm sure Crystal picture's gonna be by stubborn, but let's see what happens.
I'm a Taurus. I am a Taurus.
Having or showing tenacity, determination, not to change one's attitude or position on something, especially in spite of good arguments or reasons to do so. MAGA.
Wait, hold on, wait. That's
It's
stubborn?
saying that.
Having or showing dogged determination, tenacity, not to change one's attitude or position on something, especially in spite of good arguments or reasons to do so. And then I said,
Oh, yeah.
MAGA.
Oh, you said I thought it was in the book.
Oh,
Okay.
so that's stubborn.
Yeah, that's stubborn.
What does steadfast say?
Yeah. You got me here. Wait, hold on. Because that don't seem like
But
it's a
mind you,
bad thing to
stubborn says
No,
changing in spite of good arguments or reasons to do so.
So
So
you're
let's look
holding
at
on to being
steadfast.
stubborn. You're holding on to something even when
Even
you
though
though you know it's wrong. You probably it has identified
So
that this is a
he-
better way.
or there's a better
here's a proverb for stubborn. The trees kept growing smaller because they continued to vote for the axe, simply because the axe handle was made of wood, and he convinced them that he was one of them.
way.
man, if you don't read steadfast,
I
Yeah, but that's delusional.
Right.
Resolutely are dutifully firm and unwavering.
Steadfast.
Resolutely are dutifully firm and unwavering. Be ye unwavering,
Be ye steadfast.
unmovable, always abounding in the work of
In
the
the
Lord.
work of the Lord.
We know you know that one, Brad. We know you know it. Come on, Bishop.
Oh, don't make me.
I don't. I'm.
You're stuck on the two. Again,
Yes.
stubborn. Stubborn says unwilling to change, even despite having good reason or arguments to do so. So that's like me telling you,
Okay.
Jonathan, that's not working. And clearly it's not working. But you are gun ho about I'm not changing.
You know what
I've
I
always
get
done it like
to?
this. We gonna make it work. That's stubborn. Somebody's smoke detector need battery change. Um
Okay. I. Okay.
so I think what the trouble you're having is when we actually consider the definitions, a lot of the things that we hold true to is not actually stubbornness
That part.
because it's not anything that we're doing that we're necessarily stubborn about that is bad for us.
Because who's to say what you call stubborn is not steadfast for me?
It's not
I
steadfast, right?
think that's the part I'm trying to.
So like you might see it as stubbornness, but it's actually stability for me.
I get it.
Is actually grounding for me. Is actually something that keeps me level headed. But you see it as stubborn. It's not that it's stubborn, it's that this is what works for me.
So stubbornness and or steadfastness can be situational.
Mm-hmm.
It
For
has to
sure.
be. It has to be. Like
Sure.
it has to be. It like I mean it's like you said. What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander, and that's
Right.
the whole thing. And
Hmm.
and that's the whole thing. Like I think athletes. Some people would say that athletes were stubborn as they were coming up because they were always, even though the coach said, no, that ain't never gonna work, or this ain't never gonna work, this ain't never gonna work, or your parents say this ain't gonna never work, this ain't never gonna work. And they were like, oh, you always stubborn, you never listen to good sound reason, and then you turn around and it works. And people are like, well crap, maybe they were right for doing X, Y, and Z. I don't.
So I hear both sides of it, and I think both sides are relevant because it, we, I think it's more important to be able to articulate the things that we are passionate about and like that we are steadfast or that can be perceived as being stubborn about. So we have to communicate what those things are so that, it's, I think being stubborn is very descriptive and it can be objective and it's like based on someone's perception of the whole scenario. So depending on, like you said, the situation, yeah, you could be being or acting stubborn right now because we have options, but you just want to do it your way. Or that's just something you're passionate about and that's how you know how to do it and that's how you want to do it. So, and you're being steadfast in your own belief.
So the 12 just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
They
Jesus.
said, they
Jesus.
said that we should have looked up the words before we got online. Because now, because
What?
now it seems like we just find kind of pulling answers out of fine air
No,
and
no. What I'm saying is, I still
no,
say
no, I'm
that
not saying you, Crystal. I'm not saying you. I'm just
no
saying
being
in
stubborn.
general, we should probably look of the definitions
This
of these
is real.
words
We
in this
authentic
topic.
tonight.
No,
We
we
just
authentic tonight. This is just raw and uncut.
they
You know,
see
we
it, a real conversation. Because if we
real
were all sitting
conversation.
together, we was gonna look up the
You
definition.
you show you ain't never lied. We sure was. Shoot. Tell somebody put it in a sentence. Shoot.
Chat
Use
GBT.
it in a spell it. Your
Shoot.
word
Chat.
is
You said
stubborn.
chat. You said chat GPT that boy.
Yes. But y'all made
Somebody
me
be-
see it from a different perspective, though, for real. Because if you think about it, when we say someone's being stubborn, it very well could be the thing that's holding them together, and they're not willing to compromise on that. But that's my perception because I'm on this side of it, and I'm like, "You're being stubborn." You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
I
But
mean, but
then could it? No, go ahead,
well,
sis. I'll make mine after.
no, I'm just like, I get it, but like, while they view it as steadfast and it's holding them together and keeping them grounded, but isn't that the same thing? Their commitment to that is keeping them rooted in the place where they're in quicksand and they're drowning. And so that's going to ultimately lead to their ruin, but they see it as steadfastness when everyone around them can see it as stubbornness, and they're literally going to die because of their unwillingness to see other options. Like that's the thing that separates the two. Is it, I mean, if you're saying I can get out of, I'm in quicksand, and you're like, I can get out of it, but the more you move, you keep going down, but you're committed to getting yourself out when all you got to do is, I have another plan. I'm gonna throw you this rope and reel it in.
Mm.
But your steadfastness is really stubbornness because you refuse to view other options to pull you out.
there's so many stories of people being stubborn in business to the point where it worked.
But at what cost?
It's definitely like, I mean,
But who's
Because
to but who's to say it was a detriment? It may have been, but they just knew it was going to work. Like so, I get what you're saying. Trust me, I understand. There's a lot of people who went bankrupt trying to do something that everybody said no to. But I've also seen people that went bankrupt, came back and did the same exact thing, just with a clearer mind or a better process to it, and then won. So
You you had to fail to flourish.
but okay, so if you have a business plan,
mhm.
okay, and you have a partner
Hmm.
and it fails the first time,
Hmm.
you go through and redirect, you do it again.
Hmm.
It fails the second time. You redirect, you do
Hmm.
it again. It fails the third time. During the third time, you lose all of your material possessions and your partner.
Hmm.
You redirect again. This time it goes through. You won, but was the cost of you winning worth the win?
Ask Colonel Sanders.
And so I think the question that we could actually ask with this is, when does I'm committed actually become I'm controlling?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
But I'm still
Because you win, but we have to look at the cost of the win. Because you can win and become tremendously financially stable, but your personal life is in ruin. So where's the balance in that?
you don't have a, yeah. It depends. It goes back to what we said earlier. I think I don't know
The
who said
personal
it.
life is the money. All about
What your
the
morals and values are, because like some like
that
what
part.
matters to me may not matter to the next person, and they
That
willing to
part.
lose it.
That part.
I'm just like, I'm not willing to lose. It's not worth it to me. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And there's so many people out there that's experienced that they make that call every single day with their jobs, with their relationships. They're out here just like, I'd rather be married. Get my head busted every now and then, but I'm
I'd
married.
rather be with you. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You know, or
I'd
I'm
rather
married,
be
but
with
he be disappearing or she disappeared for a couple of days.
Yeah, they ain't no good, but I'm married.
I'm married.
you.
Because people do,
Yeah,
people,
well, you know, the
I'm gonna
truth
sleep with
is, a
somebody.
lot of people, too many people, listen to uh, what is her name, Betty Wright, having a piece of man is better than
Mhm.
having no
I never
man at
seen that
all.
part. I seen all the other parts. I never seen that.
I don't see
I
that.
never seen that part. That's the one part I don't see.
I
That's the
don't see
one
it.
part I don't agree with.
Betty. But
Yeah,
then you
Betty,
also
I
think,
love you, but
mm-mm. But you think
no.
about in your jobs, like what's your amount? Because think about it, the more they pay you, the more they are going to like expect from you. You know what I'm saying?
The more
So
they pay you, the more they gonna get on your god doggone nerves.
There you
and
go.
being listen, I got a laptop delivered to my office. I have never in my career, like my job is in on site. I'm the site director. The fact that they sent me a laptop and was like, "Hey, your laptop came in," I said, "Hold on." And that's,
Cause what I need that for? I'm working while I'm here.
yeah, I got a whole desk. I got an office. I don't need a laptop. So
They
now
said yes, you
I already
did.
know 2026 is going to bring about the a higher expectation, and that gives me leverage. I love it for me. I love it.
Hmm. 2026.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very, you have to be intentional with whatever it is so that you're conscious of being stubborn.
All right, Travis Green, I
So
hear you.
here's
No, I
a
ain't talking to you no more.
here's a ministry because this can lead to this can be about ministry, especially in the black church. Um, when does being rooted in truth become rooted in tradition?
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
I may be crucified after this live, but I
You
don't
ain't
care
lying. I
because sometimes your success is nothing more than frozen tradition.
Mm.
Mm. Let me put that. Sometimes your success is nothing more than frozen tradition. What
You
y'all
have
think?
mastered how to do it the way it's been always
what
been
we've
done.
been done.
We've always done it like this.
And we're gonna keep doing it like this because Mama and
But you
them
know,
did it. Papa
Not
did
while I'm the pastor.
Yeah.
but you know, so many famous people or so many people that have made that quote like Bible. Like if everybody else did it this way, evidently I need to do it this way, and I don't really need to go and reinvent the wheel. I can tell you one person per se. I ain't gonna say his name. Ain't like he watching this or somebody gonna run back and tell him. But I know one. He like famously, he was like, "Why reinvent the wheel? Like if it's been working, all you have to do is follow the process and watch it work for you." They feel that so many people have tried to come in and reinvent the wheel or add something to the wheel, which throws everything off. Which I mean, ugh.
Find it.
No, it's not. It's. I'm still the stubborn and the steadfast and the how you view it versus how other people view it. I get sometimes you got to go in and reinvent the wheel, or sometimes that wheel that was invented don't always fly for you, so you have to go in and make the adjustments for self
Yeah.
because what worked for one person don't always work for the other person. Um, I know that for sure you're not stubborn when you're trying to make it work for you. But that's where we were talking about trying that division between how you view it versus how someone else views
How
it,
someone else views
or
it.
the understanding of it all.
Yeah.
But I've seen people, like I said, I've seen people rooted in stuff that ruined them because they were stubborn and didn't want to take heed to the advice from other people.
It's a real thing.
So I mean, this conversation with this topic can go so many different ways for so many
Very
different
broad.
reasons for so many different people. Which isn't bad and which isn't always good either. But sometimes it's a thing, and sometimes you have to pick up your thing. You have to pick up your thing. You have to pick up your thing because it's your thing.
So let me ask you this. Um, what fears do you think make us cling to stubbornness instead of surrendering to God's vision for us, his guidance?
Failing.
The fear of failing.
Everybody's afraid of failing.
The fear of
That's a real
success.
thing. The fear of success. Now you said something. That is a real thing because you get in your head and you start thinking like, if I do well, then the expectation is going to get higher and higher and higher. Now I'm going to have to continue to perform at a higher caliber or to be present or accessible, all the things. But yeah, that fear, just fear in general.
I
And
I I think when we're talking about the fear and or just pinning it to fear of success, I think it's to the point where w- we see people and we don't understand the attitude of gratitude, and we don't understand balance. We don't understand necessities over wants.
Mm.
You know, we get to the point where we feel that if I did this, I must have to do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, because society says, well, if I'm here, I'm supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. And it's to the point where, like, who said you had to do all that?
Yeah. Who is they?
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Come on,
That
light.
boy be reading books.
Come on,
Look at
light.
him.
And
I
why
be in the
is
book
light
corner.
so
I
scary?
love a book.
You
Because
said
it
who?
exposes you.
Wait. What was the question?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
He
whoa,
said,
whoa, whoa,
why
whoa,
is being in the light so
So
scary?
scary.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It does expose us though, because we have to
It
be
exposes you. It causes you to see what you have not seen before.
No, it
come on,
causes people
mirror.
to see. It causes people to see the real you,
That too.
and sometimes that's the scariest thing because you
But
can no
the
longer
other thing
hide.
is, the other thing is, if I go stand in the bathroom looking in the mirror, but there's no light on, I cannot see my reflection. I cannot see me. I cannot see what's scarred, what's wounded, what needs to be taken care of and cleaned and bandaged and wrapped. I cannot see what hair is out of place, what, for the women in the room, what lash is falling. I cannot see none of these things.
Brad, get your boy. He said,
we
"What
have no
lashes for?"
filter.
I don't have on any lashes
However,
in mine.
however, I wouldn't talk about y'all. There's
No,
other
I'm just
women in the
saying,
room.
but it's
People
a
are
real
watching.
thing. You can't see if that lash is hanging on.
You cannot see these things if the light is off, but you say, I'm in the mirror. Well, what are you looking at? The light is off. It is not until you turn the light on and you can actually see your reflection in that mirror that you can say, oh, this
Wow.
is what I need to fix.
Wow.
This is
And
what I
half the
need to work
And
on.
and
here's a
half the
question.
time we don't do it. We
And
cut the light back off.
Hard.
here's a question. Why is it that we get mad when someone turns our light on and tells us
Because I didn't ask you to do that. That's why we get mad. I didn't
we
ask you to
we
do
know
that.
that's why you get mad.
I know how to turn the light on for myself. I turn the dog. I'm not handicapped. I turn my own light on. We did not ask you to turn the light on.
But isn't
We
that
didn't
what
ask you to shine
mentorship
no
is for?
flashlight.
Isn't that to help you turn your light on? To help
It
you shine
is.
Right.
That's right. Shine bright like a diamond. Okay, I'm sorry. Um,
That's what I
yeah,
was thinking.
that's what it's for. I mean, of course, I'm being facetious, but um, clock it. 75-cent
Some
word
people
tonight.
ain't ready
Clock
to
it.
come out the
Clock it.
dark. They don't want to come out the dark.
No, some people like
Dark is
living in the dark.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I
It's
keep
familiar.
hearing footsteps, baby, in the dark. Oh, in the dark.
What is wrong with y'all, man?
Let me tell you what's wrong with me, and I can be honest. I didn't have a nap today.
Oh, okay.
I did not. I
That's
am not in a clear headspace. Like I got out of my pulpit, got home, changed clothes, went to work, cleaned the building, got off in time to get here, freshen up, and get backstage.
What's on your sweater?
Hey Arnold, hey Arnold.
That's what I thought.
Hey, I don't know.
I used to love that
Kids
show.
today. It is a good one. It's still a classic.
Stop it, football head. Yeah, you know.
Let's see what y'all thinking. Y'all quiet.
How was y'all Sundays? How was Sunday? Crystal, did you go to service? What
So
book did he preach from today?
to Ashley, I feel really bad. You know what? Keep my fingers. Um,
I'm sorry.
keep my fingers. Because sometimes my mama be watching and I don't want her to see me.
Hey mama, how you
Sometimes,
Everybody
doing?
said, "Hey, mama."
sometimes she was like, I was on. Um,
My mama be like that too. Like, oh, y'all had a good
right.
conversation. I had your daddy watching too. Yes.
Mhm. No, actually, I committed to taking a friend of mine. I took Ronnie to the airport today. Yeah.
Oh, what? Where you going?
I drove him to Panama City and back. And
Oh,
I
okay.
came back. So I
On a
didn't have
Sunday?
any worship service today.
We committing to do other. See, this is the problem I have. People used to not do things on Sunday. Sundays used to be sacred. I think this is one of the things
You're
that
right.
where we become ruined. Like
Listen,
like roots have been dug up and chopped off when it comes to worship on Sunday morning. Like there was a time where
And you know what? I have no excuse because I very well could have still made it to church and left so that I could have.
and let me say that I'm not just talking
That
about
was
you.
on
I'm
me.
just it was just a thought. It was just a thought because you
That's a
said
real
you said
problem.
what you said. But like like children's sporting events
mm-hmm.
used to not they would do it any other day except for
They don't do
Sunday.
it on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
because and they want to have it at like 12 o'clock on Sunday. Babe, I'm gonna be at church. If you have an event that's at 12 at noon on a Sunday,
On Sunday.
I'm at the house of the Lord.
Matter of fact, I'm just giving my benediction, and today I'm just finishing my sermon. We got out late today because Pastor was long with it. I was preaching all of it, and I meant it.
So, but not like somebody was wanting to come cut my daddy's grass, my parents' grass, and it was on a Sunday. He was like, hey, it's Sunday. You can't cut my grass today.
You don't cut grass on Sunday. No,
You have to come back one day next week because it's Sunday. Like people would want to call in the morning when I was growing up on Sunday morning to have a long conversation, and he would be like, hey, I pastor a church, right? We getting ready for church is Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And don't call first Sunday morning while my mama was in the consecrating the bread for communion.
huh? You don't understand. Pressing
Listen,
that tablecloth, that linen.
we getting ready for church.
Church.
It's
Yeah.
Sunday morning. The radio was on, the gospel was playing. We didn't do no whole bunch of talking
Yeah.
because we had to get our minds ready for
For
church.
worship. For what worship?
What?
Listen, right now, there's one person I
And
call
there
on
go
a
your
Sunday
mama
morning.
right there.
There it is. Come back and cook the great meal.
Hey.
Nah, Ma,
Hey,
you done
Listen,
Ma.
already cooked on
now
Saturday.
listen.
You
Let me
cooking
tell
on
you something.
Saturday night.
There's one person I talk to on Sunday morning, and that's my pastor.
Yeah.
And our conversations are, hey, cop, how you doing? Hey, son, I'm good. How you doing? Are you ready? Is your sermon finished? What are we talking about this morning? Are we in the same vein? Where are we at? All right, let me pray for you so we can go. And
Right.
that's that.
Yeah.
Very intentional. Sundays are very intentional.
Sunday mornings, I'm up at 5:30 in this office. From 5:30 to 6:15, I'm in prayer time.
Mm.
From 6:15 to whatever time it takes me to get ready, I'm getting ready and I'm out the door. On my way to the church, I am rereading, maybe going over lines in my head, listening to music. I get to my office on Sunday. Pastor's door is closed. Don't bother him. Don't come knock on my door.
Yeah.
Deacons have already received their assignments. Don't come looking for me.
That man said, "I'm come looking for him." So, nonetheless,
Because as I've
mhm.
told my church, unless you wanted to come up in my sermon, wait till after service.
Mm.
Do you be talking about people from the pool? You don't
Yes,
be bullying
I
It
people from
believe it.
depends.
the pulpit, do you?
It
That's
depends.
that ain't
It
Christ.
depends. Well, here's the problem. I'm not a manuscript preacher.
Mm.
So if you come and disturb me while I am reading through the manuscript that is staying in the office, Marlon say put a sign up. No, I don't put a sign. They know if my door is closed, don't go by the pastor.
Sweet baby
If
Jesus.
I am open and available, there will be a crack in my door. If there's no crack, leave him alone.
Mm, mm. So look at him. You stubborn. How does
Amen.
He said it,
That's
though.
steadfast. I'm being steadfast.
how
He
does
said
I
I'm
am
being steadfast.
consecrated. I am
how does
consecrated.
steadfastness protect your God given purpose?
Ooh, that's good.
Ah, that is good.
But then on the other hand, and I'm again being facetious, being stubborn could be protective of your God given purpose.
How?
Because what seems like stubbornness to you, I mean, to someone else, could actually be steadfastness for you.
If it's stubbornness, if somebody else see it as
Because
stubborn,
you
that
just
wouldn't
said,
be.
you sister just said, "Oh, you stubborn," because I just said I leave my door closed on Sunday mornings.
I was really just picking at you. I get that for real, for real. I just
Mm-mm,
yeah,
mm-mm.
because my daddy was like that. When we come in, if the door closed, but if it was pertinent, he would talk to him. But he once he got there, in between Sunday school and when he came out, he would be in there with his door closed. So that was not a time to really have conversations with the pastor. So I get that. But real steadfastness, how is that protecting your God given purpose?
Because it keeps you rooted to what's true.
Come on, rooted.
There are so many things, and if we were to pull scripture, even the scripture says that too many are being carried to and fro with every swift wind of doctrine. And so, if you have nothing to tether yourself to, if you're not again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you have to. This is not almost, but this is the sense of the word conviction. You
Mm.
have to be convicted about what you believe so that you can stand and be able to guard yourself against enemies, against personal attacks, against satanic influence, against anything. Because Satan talks real loud.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
speaks really loudly. So much so that he'll show up and he says, "My name is Legion."
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks real loud.
Mm.
That's good, bro.
That's right.
So, I mean, how does being steadfast protect? How does being steadfast protect your calling or your God given whatever? You got to be convicted about what you say you believe.
So being steadfast in your beliefs helps you to be armed with the knowledge that you
Yeah,
need to walk through your purpose.
because you can't come to me and convince me that Jesus was a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Okay, hush now.
All right, all right.
Okay, this has
He
I
been
mean, I
said,
got
"You can't."
no, no,
I
no, no,
sure
no,
was
no,
about
no,
to
no,
say.
no, no,
He
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
this
"You
has
can't
been
convince
Christ
me he's an
culture
Anglo-Saxon."
and connections in our comparison kill series. I'm gonna say it's series in our series.
Hey
As you
Siri.
know, right tonight was just what it was. You just got us in our natural, unadulterated rawness. Um, check us out next week where we will have the Queen's Table. Peace out. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye, you guys.